Why this channel? You can go around YouTube and find the best of the best, the most attractive, the smartest, the most talented. And this channel is none of those. You could really say that this is armchair philosophy at its absolute worst and be entirely correct. I have no philosophy degree, no insight that someone else hasn't already given and probably better, and no real value statement. And nonetheless, I want to talk about a specific idea that we are part of a puzzle that is far too vast and great for any of us to have any control over. Some of us look out over the shining masses of attractive, talented, and intelligent people and don't really see ourselves. Not a scientist or a doctor, not a model, not an athlete, just, well, ordinary. And sometimes that feels like a failure. Like, maybe I could have applied myself in such a way to become one of those people with these incredible gifts. Or perhaps they were just born that way and I missed out. So, determinism is the idea that everything in the universe, from its beginning to its end, every last little bit of it is laid out and nothing can change. So, looking at your own life, there isn't anyone else you could have been. And looking at other people's lives, there isn't anyone else they could have been either. That none of us chose to be who we are. We all just became that person because it is what the universe created in us. And we don't make any decisions. Well, we think we do. There's an illusion of control that says we make a decision that changes the outcome of our life. We could have gone this direction and wound up in prison, or that direction and wound up getting a Nobel Prize. But none of that is true because there's only one universe. There's only one timeline in which everything exists. There's no alternatives, so that your decisions don't make another place. There's no branch in the road where on one side you could have gone this way and another side you could have gone another way. There's only one direction. There's only one direction that everything in life goes through. So everything you have, for better or for worse, you are given. All of the ideas, all of the parts of yourself aren't actually things you created, but things the universe gave to you. And there's a lot of ego, perhaps, in saying, well, I did all of these amazing things. Or there is blame and a problem with, feeling bad about yourself because things haven't gone your way. And in either case, you feel like this is your responsibility. Either you did something good or you did something bad. But really, you did neither. You just followed the script the universe gave you because there was no other choice. There is no other universe. You can think about it like a movie, that everything that is going to happen has already happened or cannot change the way that it happens. Just like on the movie, even if you haven't seen it all the way to the end isn't going to change. At no part of you watching the movie is your experience of watching the movie going to change it. You might be really absorbed in what the characters are doing and think about what they could do next. And they might even do those things. And you can be so enmeshed in the illusion of the movie that you actually think that you are the person who's going through and shooting the bad guys. But of course, you're just watching from your couch or from a movie theater seat, and it's not actually you. You're not actually doing the things that you're watching the hero of the movie do. And no decision that you make can change the outcome of the movie. You might have the illusion that you're making decisions that produce differences in the future, but in the case of the movie is the movie before you even started watching it. So who you are is who the universe made you to be. It is the universe that authored you and made you who you are, rather than anything that you did for yourself. You are the product of circumstances far beyond your or anyone's control. And you could say, well, you can believe it or not believe it. Is the universe predetermined or not? And that could just be an opinion. But it's not just about the universe being predetermined. It's about the universe and everything in our lives being so much more complicated than we can possibly understand. Even our own lives, our own minds, we cannot understand. So if we're not in control, if we're not the hero of the story that is able to change our destinies, that's not us, then what is our life? And that's the question, is if you're not in control, then what is your life about?